Hi, this is Adish from Informatica IIR support team. In this video, I'm going to show you how to edit system from console client. Um, so the agenda for the video will be I'll be giving some introduction of what this system editor is and what things we can edit. Then we are going to edit the system from console client, like we'll add new searches, and then we'll edit some options in the search, and I'll show you the demo for the same. So the system editor basically provides an easy to use interface to change the rule that define a system. So system editor is invoked from the console client system and then edit button. So basically once we create the system from the SDF, let's say we want to add a new search definition or multi-search definition, or we want to remove some options or disable some options after the system has been created from the SDF. We can do it so from the IIR console client by going to system and then edit button. So basically the system once gets loaded from the SDF gets stored in the rule base. So further, if any changes has to be done, if we do the changes in the SDF file, then we have to create the system from the SDF file again. However, suppose we have created the system from the SDF, and let's say we have loaded the IDT. Now we want to add one just the search definition. So we can't refresh the system and then do the changes in the SDF and load and then create the system from SDF again. So we using the system editor, we can edit the system, like adding a new search definition or modifying the existing search definition. And so this helps in modifying the system definition after system has been created from the SDF file for the first time. Now I'm going to show you the demo for the same. So this is our sample SDF file where we have created a system with name test, and we have an IDT table with columns ID, name, address, and date of birth. And similarly we have IDX definition whose keys are built on a name, and the search definition which will be searching on name and matching on different fields like name and address. So so if we see at the IIR console client, so here we have already created a system from the SDF, and we have selected the test system. And we have also performed the load IDT. So once the load IDT has been performed, so let's say we want to add another search definition. So we go to system and we click on edit. So here let's say if any previous changes were done and it has not been and if you want to rework on them, you can say keep previous changes and continue editing. However, let's say if you want to discard those changes and start from scratch, you can say discard and say okay. So basically this is the Informatica system editor, where the system definition file is shown based on tree structure. So here we have IDT definitions. So here, since we have already performed the load IDT, so we cannot edit the IDT definition here. We have to refresh the system first, and then we can do the changes here and load this particular changes into the rule base. So here we can see what is the IDT definitions that IDT definition that we have. So here we have one IDT only. Now we can see the number of IDX that we have. So here we have around here we have one IDX. Now this IDT is based on this particular index. So we can see that under this IDT we have only one index. So similarly we have searches that we have defined in the SDF file gets loaded into the rule base, and we see it in the form of tree structure. So we have here, let's say IDX name is this, search logic is this, score logic is this, search option. then we have another logical file definitions loader. So let's say we want to first edit this particular source definition that we have already made. So uh, we want to edit the search logic. We have score logic here. So let's say we don't want to do the matching based on the address. We just want to do the matching based on name. So we can remove this, perform save changes, and let's say also we want to enable some search options, like we want to have this ignore filter. So these are the certain options like full step, we have search null, partitions and sequences. So if you want to enable this one of these options, we can very well enable it from here. Now I'm going to perform the, so let's say I have done the changes. Now let's say I want to add one new multi-search definition, so I can click on add. So here we have different types of things that we can add here. So we can say new multi-search edition, click on OK, and we are going to provide the name of the search. Let's say multi-search, say OK. So here we can see what is the IDT name based on which our multi-search will be, and here we are going to have the search list. So here in the search list we have to provide the name of the basically we have to provide the name of the search in the multi-search. So we have provided search underscore name, and then here we have multi-search option. So we can say whether we want to do the full search. Let's say if we have more than one searches, so if we want to do full search, we can say here, and we have done the save changes. Basically if you want to add a new IDT definition, you can very well edit here. So there are different options. We can add IDT definition, file definition, IDX, new IDX we can add under with the IDT we can add the IDX. So when we are going to perform the load of this IDT, all the IDX under this IDT will also get loaded. So here basically we have saved the changes, and we are going to perform the load. So whatever the changes we have done, after clicking on load, all the changes will be saved in the rule base. So here this particular, after loading, it's it was editing the system. That means the changes were getting saved to rule base and the job completed. So now we are going to verify the changes that we have done has been reflected in the system or not. So we have added a new multi-search definition, and a particular we have remove the address field in the search definition. So now we are going to open the search client and see whether that changes has been reflected in the system or not. So I'm going to open light search client and see here. So here see we have added a multi-search. So initially when we created the system, these changes were not there. Only search name definition was there, and that was also with 2 fields. So if you see here, we have already now name field left with it because we have removed the address field, and also the multi-search definition that we added, we can have a look at here. So if we look at the edit system, what we can add a new IDT definition and the new IDX definitions under that particular IDT definition. We can add a logical file where we can define the so let's say we have created a new IDT. So for that particular, we can create a logical file where we'll say whether the source will be SQL or format option will be IDT and the IDT name. Basically we can add a loader definition where we can see where we can specify which IDT we can load. So here with the help of this, we can edit the system after we have created the system for the first time from the SDF. So using this, we don't have to go and edit the SDF file and then create the system from scratch. So this was the demo from my side for this particular video. So you can refer to IIR design guide for more information on this, and we would love to hear from you from on support videos @informatica.com and twitter.com/infasupport. Thanks.